We are now ready to graph our survey results in Power BI. Now we'll go back to Power BI, app.powerbi.com. If you're not here already, you can go to that URL and click on My Workspace. You should see here that dataset that we created earlier, Favorite Colors Survey. Over here, we're going to create a report. On this report, we can see the data that has been submitted already from our survey results, and we can design our report page, pick the graphs that we would like to use. Next to our Favorite Colors Survey dataset, we'll click on More Options and Create Report. This here is the report page where we can put our graphs on. I'll just minimize that so that we have some more space on the screen here. Firstly, down the side, we have this thing called real-time data. If we expand that, we can see those values that we created earlier in our dataset. If I simply click on that, over here, it's going to add in the responses that we have for the form. You'll see it's empty at the moment because I haven't had anyone submit any responses to my form since I created that Power Automate flow. It's a good idea at this point to get some people to start filling in your survey. That way you have some data you can see as you're building your graphs. I'm going to go ahead and fill out my survey a few times so that we can see the responses. Let's go ahead and we'll select a few for each color that's there. This is where you might want to share it with people so you can start collecting results. Back on Power BI, if I hit refresh, we can see now we have that data come through. Now, I want to see how many responses we had for each color in my survey. So what I'll do here is I'm going to click on favorite color from the side and then drag it under into this values area. It's added the name of the color again. Instead, I'll click on this arrow and select Count. This way, it's going to count the number of results I have for each of the colors. For that example I just gave, I only submitted a response for each color once. That way we can only see one there. You can also change this to display as a percentage instead if you want, where you can select Show Value As percentage of grand total. And you can see it's displayed it that way. For now, I'm going to switch this back to no calculation, just so I can see the number of responses that have come through. Next up, we can see that it's created my results in a table. I have my visualizations area here, and this allows me to select the graph I would like to use. We have quite a few different options here. For example, I can click on Pie Chart, and you can see it's automatically created a pie chart or a pie graphs for me about my favorite colors. You could also change this around. Perhaps if you wanted to make it a bar chart, we can click Clustered Bar Chart. We could also do a clustered column chart as well. Since I only have one response for each one, for the demonstration, I'll go and I'll select a few more so we can see some different values appear here too. Once again, I'll refresh the screen. Also remember that you can click Save on your report. Make sure that you save it and give it a name. And click Save. Once we've saved it, we just need to click Edit again so that we can go back to this screen here. There are also some other graphs that we can pick from. I've selected the clustered column chart here. Maybe I just wanted to display a number of how many responses my survey has had. I'll select the card. Then I'm going to click on my favorite color field here. If I wanted to count it, I'll click on the arrow. Once again, I'll click count. Now it's showing me how many responses I've had to this favorite color question, counting how many people have actually gone and finished my survey. We've created our graphs. The next part now is to go and make this look nice. A way that we can go and format it is that we can add a background to our page. Something I like to do is that in PowerPoint, I can go and create a screen here. Over in PowerPoint, I have the flexibility to pick what I want on my design. For example, I can add in different shapes like I've done here. I can also go ahead and add in some pictures and some icons to design my screen of my report. I could also add in that QR code to that survey that we downloaded over in step 2 when we created our Microsoft form. If I wanted to add it, I can go and I can find where that QR code downloaded, drag it in here. Then let's say I want to add it to the corner of my page. People can go and scan the code to fill out my survey. Once I've designed my screen, we can save this as a picture file. Head over into File, click Save As, and save it somewhere. But for the type, make sure that you select JPEG so that it's a picture. And let's call it Power BI background. And hit save. We just want to select that single file as well. Back in Power BI now, if I click on this format icon, I can go ahead and change the page background. Expand Page Background and select Browse. Find the picture that you just saved of the Power BI background. You'll need to adjust the transparency to 0 so that you can see it clearly. And as you can see here, we have a lovely background for our report page in Power BI. We can now create our visuals and design the rest of the screen that we want. What I'll do first is I'll drag this one down and I'll fit it into this box here. We can resize it by dragging and dropping it around. To drag it easily, click on these 3 dots that are there to move it around on your page. With that selected, I can click on this format icon to change some of the formatting options that I have. For example, to get rid of the white background that's there, we can switch the background to off. To change the text that's displayed here, count or favorite color, I can rename that over here if I head back to the fields area. Click on the field on the arrow next to it and click rename for this visual. Let's call it number of survey responses and click out of it so that it saves. Suppose we want to change this number that's displayed here, the color and the size of it. Let's head over into data label. Let's select the color, blue, and we can change the size of the font here. We can also change the font. To change the text underneath it, number of survey responses, we can go to category and make any adjustments here as well. Perhaps if we wanted to make that bigger and change the size of that as well, or the color. Essentially, any formatting changes you would like to make and the design of it, we can do from this area here. For this other graph that we've added, let's go ahead and make a few changes to this too. We'll click on the Format tab again, and let's remove the background. We can resize it on our screen as well. I can change a few things. First of all, let's change the title of this graph. I'll expand the title area. Let's rename it Favorite Color Results. We can put the text in the center and also change the size of that too. Bold it as well and underline it as well if you wish. Next, we can make changes to the x-axis, which is this bottom line that you see here, and these color values, as well as the y-axis, which is standing up the side here with the count of our favorite numbers. Let's expand the x-axis first and increase the size of the font for our colors that appear down the bottom. We can also change this color. For this case, let's make it black. Now that we've changed that, let's change our y-axis. We'll scroll back up to the top. We can minimize that and click on y-axis. Let's change the size of that so that the numbers are appearing bigger. If we would like to see some lines for the count of each color response, we can scroll down to the y-axis setting area here for line color and perhaps make that a bit darker. We can also change the width of those dots that you see there, as well as the style. I'll minimize that, and now let's change the colors that we see on our graph. We can click on Data Colors and click Show All. Here we can allocate a color for each of our results. Let's go ahead, select purple for purple, and so on. If you don't see a color you want here, just click More Colors and you can select it from here. Then finally, let's add a title for our graph. We can add in a text box. Once again, you can resize this text box that appears. Move it around on your screen as you like as well. Let's put it in the center. Then you can type in a title for it. I'll just minimize this so that we have more space on our screen now. Let's type in favorite color survey. You can highlight the text and change any options that you would like. Let's make the size bigger, perhaps also change the font, bold, underline, and also center the text. You'll see here it has a background on it, which we can remove. If we expand our format text box area, we can just switch off the background. Let's make that text white by highlighting the text and selecting the color white from here. And then arrange it on our screen as we like. Our survey is now looking ready. We can hit save when we're done. Our survey is now complete. We can access our survey from here in Power BI. All you need to do in Power BI is when you go to it, you'll find it here in this My Workspaces area, which you can expand down the side here. Go to My Workspace and you'll find your report over here. As new results come through on your report, simply click the refresh button. For example, if I was to go and submit a few more responses, back on my survey here, I'll click refresh and we'll see it's now updated with our new results. If you would like to go and get this printed out, you can go over, you can click File and print this page. Also, you can export it to PowerPoint or PDF. Let's try out these options. If I click PowerPoint, I'll just select my current values and export. While that's going, let's also go and let's select PDF and export. That way, we'll have a PDF printout of the report we've just created. We can see the PowerPoint has downloaded here. Let's go ahead and open that. Over in PowerPoint, it's created this PowerPoint presentation for me with an image of my report here. You can then take this image and use it anywhere else. Perhaps if you wanted to insert it in a Word doc, for example. Let's see if I also have that PDF now. I'll go ahead and I can see it's downloaded here. Now, I have my report in a lovely PDF, which I can then print and use as I wish.